Hi everybody, this is CVGS, I'm the captain here, and welcome to another tournament fight that we have for you guys. This is another fight that we had last weekend between Chronojet and Youthberk. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the players' names in time again, so apologies to the players for that. But yeah, let's just get game underway. I need no introduction at all, so do forgive my voice a little bit if it sounds a little bit hoarse. That's because I'm still recovering from a little bit of a flu, but yeah, let's just go. Let's just go. So both players are actually running with very interesting decks over here as I pull it up here to the side as well. But as you can see, now my Sigil Dragon coming in, putting the crest down for Chronojet Dragon. We know this song and dance quite a few times here at CVGS, but hey, there are some cool few things in here so that actually really make this match really worthwhile to see. So, and I hope to be able to showcase it for you guys here. But anyways, as we can see, Chronojet player going in with the huge rush right now, calling out Sargon actually, and making use of that to hit the rush a little bit more, getting the critical trigger after the first block, first check, second check, two critical triggers, going straight to the damage zone. Doesn't do much, but hey, that's two criticals that Chronojet doesn't have to worry about. So, but as we can see now, Youthberk going up to the second Grade 2 Youth, making use of his skill, looking at the top 3, and deciding, just making a decision from there. So finding Sequana and putting the rest to the bottom of the deck and calling out to the Vanguard circle. Of course, it's a grade 2 or less, you can call up. Using the grade 1 youth skill, and then calling out Schneisel as well, making use of that early counter blast. Just use Schneisel skill. Top 5, look for Tempest. This is good also. So this will be really good for the ride up turn that that Youthberk will have. So just adding Tempest in, and you know that is always the most ideal first revolve dress to actually go down on. So yeah, with Sequana also set up 2 as well. So we know it's going to get +1 drive as well. Tempest's ability, nasty ability to be able to take us to the bottom of the deck. While it does favor Chronojet to a certain extent, but sometimes it does more harm than it does actually good for Chronojet player. So you know, it is what it is. But right now, as you can see, Schneisel attacking Sigil Dragon right now. No guard. Sorry, no, there's a guard right there. Guarding with Steeper Dragon. Gotta get the power out, make sure, because, yeah. Gotta get a bigger guard out of that. So now Vanguard attacking, over trigger comes out. Remove for game, draw 1, 100 billion goes nowhere. So it's a little bit of a waste, especially since you had a Vanguard Schneisel there. And there's only 1 damage coming out. So not being able to take advantage of that Armatinoa's ride up is very unfortunate. Nevertheless, we now move on to the right up turn into Spooky Dragon. Spooky Dragon doesn't do much, but he only goes up once you finally are able to go into Chronojet Dragon, which we'll see that later. And as we can see, the Grade 1 over there. Now, I know the name as Gear 0, but unfortunately, it's named something else in English also. So I apologize for not having that name on hand at the moment right now. But as we can see, you know, this attack of Vanguard, Lozina, Tempest is now 3-1 right now. So, you know, Chronojet knows what needs to be done. It definitely knows what needs to be done. It definitely knows that it needs to pile on the damage early. Do not give the mid-tempo game straight to Tempest. So you know, just pushing Tempest giving Youthberk all the way out to forward. Don't give it any quarter whatsoever. But as you can see over right now, Youthberk now finally taking the field right here. Discarding for the right deck for with Wayward Therapy Angel. So of course we know that there needs to be Soul Blast 1, and I didn't call it earlier, but the first discard for the right deck for Youthberk was Maple, so Maple's able to come up because the Grade 3 has to put down during the right base. And yeah, and do not worry. You know, while skills are popping off, they are kind of sequential in a way too as well. So making use of the Grade 2's ability, so it's choosing Card Blast 1 and fetching a Grade 2 or more into the hand from the drop zone. So yes, they're now Wayward Therapy Angel. So everything plays sequentially. I don't believe there's any misplays here at all whatsoever. I think it's a good sequence too as well. It's a really good sequence of skill usage here. So Maple coming out, Wayward Therapy Angel's cost. Deciding when to put Wayward Therapy Angel, of course it goes down there behind Schneisel too as well. So, you know, you rush me, I rush you back. So I got Maple in there. So I know you saw it, but this is my turn now. This is where I come in. So Youthberk now attacking right here. Never don't forget that we do have, but there's a heal trigger. Healing 1. Give himself some breathing room so that he can you know, go for there. Got another Tempest in hand too as well. It's only 1 damage. But now, as we can see, Tempest coming in, Sequana going into the Soul. Caliber Swap for Tempest. All the units of Faro gets was 5k. Can't find a Grade 1 unfortunately, so if you can't find a Grade 1, which means that you won't be able to send any of the 2 units that Chronojet has to the bottom of the deck because they're Grade 1s. they both go to hand, so he does have a extra Tempest in his hand. So nevertheless, Tempest coming down with the attack right now. This is 18k coming in during a power check. So if my math is correct, right, we should see Maple with 15k, and also Slicer also with 50k too as well. Front trigger across the entire entire front row gets plus 10k. Then Slicer coming in with 25, then 25 plus 10 as well, so it's 35. Gonna be a big old guard that's required of Chronojet. So Chronojet decided to take the damage, you know, try to conserve his head as much as possible. No defensive triggers, but he is gonna guard that big power from Maple too as well. Maple might be more, because I did forget what triggers that Youthberk checked when he was attacking us before Revolters. But nevertheless, now we get to see the discarding one, and we're gonna see Youthberk coming. We're gonna see Chronojet come into play. So making use of basically Dragon's ability, so Soul Blast 1, and looking for a Green Tree to add to hand. Balik for perfect choice, and this is an ideal condition right now because with Chronojet actually going second, which means he's going to go into a strike turn immediately right now, fulfilling the condition for strike, where both players need to be grade 3, or he needs to start his turn as a grade 3 in order to perform strike. So we'll see, and we know this try through combination right here. We're going to strike into Fate Rider Dragon. Fate Rider Dragon, of course, is going to be Flip Genie face up, so you can get a plus hit, front hit and 5 roll. Making use of Chronojet strike skills, color plus 1, send a rig out the bottom of the deck. Of course, you want to send Maple to the bottom of the deck. Wouldn't want to have to necessarily come out and be a reliable thing. Calling out Balif to the side too as well. I did neglect to see whether if there was an additional draw. I think there was an additional draw from Balif's discard ability for the cost of strike. You get to draw 1 from his ability. But nevertheless, now during the swap over right now, the Gear 0, not called Gear 0 in English, so again apologies, but it does get plus 5k because of the continuous skill. Whenever a card is set to the bottom of the deck, it does get plus 5k, so it's 80k, 30k plus the 30k actually just a nice enough poke right here. So easy 5k guard. Schneider gets to intercept, to save damage from it. Now Fate Rider Dragon coming in, counter plus 1. And then he's going to be flipping Junior face up. Of course, he's going to be flipping up in the next stage, sending the Gear 0 to the bottom of the deck. That's the last time we'll be seeing of that. And yes, Upstream Dragon coming in, and Fate Rider will give Upstream Dragon plus 5k. Upstream Dragon himself will get plus 5k. And after that, he'll be sent to the bottom of the deck. And then after that, search for a grade 1 and call it to the back row Regard Circle. So ideally, you can put this behind Balif in order to get a bit more power, and Balif of course has plus 10k too as well, because it has the same ability as Gear 0 at the time, which is it gets plus 10k instead of 5k. It gets plus 10k whenever a card gets put to the bottom of the deck. So, alright, then of course Sargon at the back right there, offering a very excellent skill over here to help with the soul. But drive check, triple drive, only one draw, so draw 1, and then let's see where he chooses to put the 10k. Chooses to put the 10k, deciding. Possibly, yep, putting it to Balif also. So Balif is gonna have that more power. 1 damage coming through, 4 to 4 right now. So this is pretty even right now. So Sargon does have the ability right now, which is to get a skill when she boosts right. It gets a skill with the boosted attack hits. Then you can choose 2 cards from the drop zone and put it into the soul. So basically, just another means of which you can actually get cards back in the soul. So you can pay for soul cards cost for GG, there we go, that's the name of it. So yeah, just many unique ways in which that players are trying to get cards back into the soul to pay for the cost of GG or any other soul blast cost abilities and whatnot. So we've seen the entire range from there. So, but nevertheless, we're going to see a big old guard for Upstream Dragon right now. And of course, Upstream Dragon is still coming down, so he's going to be calling out, of course, I said last time, that's the last time we're going to see. Nope, we're going to see one more time. So because it does still get that plus 5k still. It does still get a plus 5k still, so this is going to be a big old call. That's a 30k booster plus 23, 33, 33 plus 5, 38, 38 plus 13. Ooh, that's a 51k or so. That's an easy. I'm just going to take this, no problem at all. Youthberk getting his turn back and going for the Persona right straight up from there. So he is getting his defensive triggers at a later time, but he's still surviving. He's still able to do stuff too as well, making use of Youthberk's skill to discard 1 card from hand and look at the top 3 and choosing one to call or Youthberk to add into a hand. He finds Sequana, which is really, really awesome, very, very handy. He's going to be Soul Blasting for Wayward Therapy Angel and calling it to the side. Deciding whether he wants to push up the Wayward Therapy Angel, but let's see what else is good. He still has quite a few cards still left in his hand that he could call down. So he could perhaps call down. He's got quite a few tempers, so maybe he could use those as well to just kind of like have that front row. But no, he's actually going to be calling down Kyber instead. So Kyber's skill is Calabason, so +1, and then he's going to be looking at the top 3 cards, and then the opponent chooses 1 card among them, reveal it, and call it the Vanguard Circle if it's a grade 2 or less unique card, and put it in your hand. If it isn't, then you shuffle your deck. So there's going to be some time here because there will be a ruling check because of the fact that I thought you had to call down a card, so I thought it had to be unique card. So as I'm hearing the dialogue right now, they're just making sure that they have the ruling from there. Of course, they'll call the judge in to just make sure that everything's okay, and the judge checking everything whatsoever. So yeah, just putting those 2 there. So as we double check, so even check out the phone as well. Just gotta whip it out. You just gotta see it. But this did take place over the Bro Weekend 2 as well. So Bro Weekend was for the premium format at the time as well. So standard players would still be going to the card shops and attending if they're not looking to play any V, if they don't play V at all. So yeah, it's still quite a full house that we had last weekend at Top 6 tournament. And I do encourage you guys to actually come down. So we host these tournaments every Saturday over at Top 6. So yeah, you can just look up Top 6 on Facebook, then you can get the information from there. So yeah, clarification went through. He's going to add the Elementaria Sanctitude to his hand, the Blitz PG to his hand, straight up. And just give himself that extra defense. So it's possibly the best card that you could actually really add into your hand. So perhaps the other 2 are triggers you probably want to leave in there too as well. He doesn't have to call it down because it does not fulfill the conditions for Kyber too as well. So Kyber's skill will be completed at this point in time. So yeah. And then pushing up that Wayward Therapy Angel up there. So Persona Right is in place. So we got that Wayward Therapy Angel at 20k. Youthberk now attacking with Sequana. So Sequana does get +2k because the Vanguard is Youthberk. Then yeah, this is going to be like 23 coming in. So 33 actually. So doing a trigger check right now. So just checking to see. I believe if I counted it out, so there's like 4 crit triggers that's publicly known to be out right now. Any more is in his hand, and if the opponent doesn't remember, then that it is what it is. So that is hidden information still regardless. Nevertheless, we are going to see what... Oh, he's going to no guard. So Chronojet is deciding not to guard. So first check, heal trigger, more breathing space. So he gets to heal 1 plus power 2 Wayward Therapy Angel. Second check, front trigger. Very, very, very sacky right there. So, but then no defensive trigger on Chronojet side as well. Yeah, the turn continues here. So decided to go into Gust right now. So moving Sequana into Soul. So Sequana gets to restore the drive to 1, and then of course by discarding 1 card with Gust's ability, he gets to get +10k +1 drive 2 as well. So Twin Drive is restored for Gust here right now. So it's still got another 2 more attacks as well. So Chronojet has looking a little bit thick right now. You might still have enough to guard over here, so, but let's just see how it goes. There is a lot of power going out right now because we've got Wayward Therapy Angel right now currently at 30k with that plus trigger in there too as well. Then we also have Kyber. Kyber is 20k on its own plus Wayward Therapy Angel 30k. So yeah, consistent damage across the board. So, and of course there's also a Twin Drive from there. If it does have a PG right now, this probably be the most ideal time to actually whip it out. So that would save you some time, but considering the hesitation right now, maybe he does not have it. Maybe he's looking to hard guard, putting cards down as usual to decide what cards need to be used to guard and whatnot. So yeah, let's just see what the Chronojet player is going to do. Still debating right now. This is the last round in the Swiss Rounds tournament. So of course, all players definitely want to do their best to make sure that they can win the maximum amount of prizes too as well. So Chronojet deciding right now, just shuffling his hand and seeing what he's got, but we can kind of see a little bit of spoiler in his hand. No guard, unfortunately, he declares. First check Maple, second check Sequana. Does he get a heal trigger? There is only 1 damage. There is no heal trigger. There is actually a critical trigger. Unfortunate that the game has ended over there. So yeah, as I now flash over the deck list, you can see the deck list for Chronojet player right now. Again, despite doing so many Chronojet fights, commentary wise as well. But we get to see actually just how different players actually can actually get different ways in which they can actually get cards into the soul, so you can actually continuously pay for GG's cost to get a draw 1 and all that too as well. So pretty solid build, nothing more I can say about it compared to all the other builds that we have talked before. And as I flash over to the Youthberk deck build as well, you can see over here, run of the mill, it is playing a low number, it is playing a gold break in there as well, although we didn't manage to see gold break in here during the fight, but we did see Kyber in there. There's only one copy of Kyber in here, but of course if you have skills like Schneider, you have skills like Youthberk, so you can actually find them quite easily even if you have low copies from there. So a couple of maples there just to make it the ideal drop for others next to Wave Therapy Angel to to get it out in the field again, and just do Youthberk stuff. So that's all pretty much I can say. So but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this fight right now, and that's gonna be it for me right now. I'm gonna go recover my voice, and so yeah, I'll see you next time.